coming in for another check in this small creek. I'm still trying to catch another otter. There's a mink, there's a fox, there's a coyote, there's a beaver in there. So anything will work today. This is just me trying to wrap it up in this creek for the last few days before we go to Christmas with the family. And I really want this last otter. He's a good one too. Saw him twice yesterday, so I'll get over and see if we picked him up today. Well, the 220 under the dive stick is still set. Hope we get a hold of this. Hope I get a hold of this otter somewhere down this line today. But we'll find out. I do have catch number 1 of the morning. Don't know yet, but it looks like a beaver down there. Going to, he done blew a pretty good sized hole. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah. Got a beef. I'll get him up, get him in the boat, get the set off of him, and remake it up here on this caster mound. Nice beaver. I'm saying that 38 to 40 pound range, just a bigger 2-year-old. Nothing massive, but it's a good beaver. Getting the set remade right here on the caster mound. I can still see some of my alpha delta up on the caster mound, so I'm not going to re-lure, but I am wetting it in so it'll reactivate and get the fresher scent pulled down the face of the mound. Gonna get the cable rolled up in deep water and anchored off again. Maybe we'll catch again. This one is not missing any of its toenails, so it wasn't the one that pulled out on me yesterday. This is a new one moving through. That's what you really love to see in a set. But ugly grinner. I will get him dispatched. He's got good color and fairly good size grinner. So I'm gonna paddle down through here, see if I've got anything on the sandbar, and then come back, walk up here and get him and remake the set. But these things, they're just set sluggers, all they are. Look at the catch circle that this possum left. He was mad. But nothing else moved on the sandbar, I guess. But there's catch number 2, big silver possum. And you want to say hi to your fans? I'll get him dispatched, get the set remade. I'm gonna get down here to the other set on the sandbar. That's not the way I left it. Something has totally dug the stuffing out of it. So I'm gonna get up here and go look. There's a huge mound of sand there. Something dug it up, or dug the set out. We'll get up here and see. Oh, looks like, I don't know. There is a ton of tracks. Totally dug and dug and dug and dug. Seeing otter. See, I'm seeing otter, and I'm seeing raccoon, but that's multiple animals come in here. All that, all right, I was poking around to find the trap, and it fired on my stick. How did they do that without getting in the trap? That's impressive. I'm gonna get this set remade because something's gonna come back here tonight. I'm gonna turn this back into a deeper step down dirt hole. I'm bedding the trap right back here. So when they come in tonight and try to dig up this stuff like they did last night, I got a surprise waiting for them. I'm gonna put a little blocking on the side to force them to come up through the front. But I have put out some more fish oil and a little bit more fish in the dirt hole. Like I say, this is just a big dirt hole that can be seen from the creek edge. Like other people was telling me, need to put in a big dirt hole next to the creek and had a good chance of picking up an otter. So this is visible from the creek. So I did have otter tracks, I did have raccoon tracks in and around this dirt hole, and they dug the stuffing out of it to get to the bottom of it. But I'm gonna fence it off after I rebed the trap a little bit, and I'll take another look at it. I piled up the dirt over here for fencing. I piled the dirt up over here for fencing and left it scratched up. And it's a step down, bigger, flashy dirt hole right here at the edge of the creek. But that's just huge raccoon. Huge raccoon. I had otter at the set. I don't know where he came from, but just covered in deer tracks. But I had otter tracks up here and raccoon. But we'll get out of here and let that set hunt tonight. I mean, it got hit last night, and there was still some bait in the hole. So I put fresh fish oil around it, a little more bait back in the hole, and redug the bed. So let's try that again, round two. No good on the bottom edge set. Boy, that felt good. Because everything had to come around the bank. There's that point, and right tucked up underneath them bushes on that point is a 330 right next to the bank. So just curious, gonna let it hunt. Some of these sets, like I say, I've caught a couple raccoons here. There's still some residual bait back in that pocket, and I have taken some of the fish oil and drizzled it down in the hole to give it, reactivate the scent profile coming out of that pocket. And that fish oil smells good, but I'm gonna let that one hunt again. Maybe it'll work. Coming back in, and I took my digging tool and I pulled all the dirt out away from that bank again where it silted in, where the mink run was. They hadn't been back through in a while. But I've rebedded the trap next to the wall, about as close as I can get it. Maybe I can get it a little closer. Only left a big enough gap for the 1.5. That's the one stick right there. So I pulled all this bank away, leaving that tight little, overcut bank kind of right up next to the bank, and there's the trap bedded. If the mink do decide to come back through, hopefully that'll work. Look at all the claw marks in and around that pocket set. They've come in and just clawed the stuffing out of it, trying to get in there. And yeah, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna rebait it, relure it, at least for a couple more nights. I can't give up on this yet with this big otter, and I know there's a mink in here. And it's just a short line close to home prior to going, see the folks for Christmas. But I'm gonna do something a whole lot different here. They ain't gonna have the opportunity to claw that up and dig this out, dig this pocket out. We'll take a look at it when I get through with it. I have dug a little ramp to get the, trap up closer to the pocket. I'm putting the trap right here at the mouth of that pocket. I'm taking that rock, shoved it in the side. Well, they were trying to scratch and dig at it from the side. I am going to put some more bait in the hole and put a little lure on it. Then come back and try that again. I've got this, sandbar edge right next to the creek that the mink have been running. Not the last several days, but they have been. And I have this vertical wall right here. I do have that trap baited right up against that vertical wall. It's where the natural travel path for the mink's going to be anyway. But I've taken my driver and made a little punch hole right there, and put some fish oil and some salmon meat back in the hole, hoping to try to still trying to pick off this mink. He ain't been back through in 4 or 5 days. No fresh sign of him. Right there where the trap is, there's a distinct trail running right there. You can see it wrapping right around here. But still hoping that one right there will pick off something. The fluctuating water has wreaked havoc on this little pocket set that I got put in, and washed the trap out a little. I'm going to redo the bed, put in some fresh lure, some fresh meat. But I mean, there's the pocket. Okay. Just a second to push over there too. Come on. Oh. There's the pocket set. And right here is otter tracks coming up through here. Right there. And yeah, we'll see what he likes. See what this set looks like when I get done. I have saturated the place with the fish oil. You can see the oil slick on the water. I do have some salmon meat. Throw back into the pocket, and I have moved the 1.5 right up in the mouth of the hole. And let's see if that works. This whole place is starting to smell like fresh bait and fresh lure. And I say I'm still seeing otter tracks in here. That wasn't here yesterday, so let's see how they like it with the fresh fish oil smell and the salmon coming out of these pockets. And it's in there. We'll move on down. I'm gonna add a little new lure on the castor mounds too. I know I caught the one beaver, but I had one pull out yesterday, left me a toenail, and this one ain't it. I got the beaver and the possum. That's a big possum. But I'm gonna get some more lure up here on the mounds and try to catch another beaver tonight. This is some absolute weird stuff. I just came through here. I walked down the top of the sandbar to go get the possum. That set was fine. Sometime, I don't know what happened, but sometime, in the last 30 minutes since I just came through here, I have had a miss. That trap's pulled plumb up out of the bed. It's laid. That wasn't that way a few minutes ago. I'm gonna have to look at the footage again as I walk past those sets, but that did not look that way. I am gonna rebait and refreshen and relure these sets up here. But I call myself looking, and about 30 minutes ago that trap was bedded right there. I can tell where the sand's disturbed, been pulled out of the bed. It's right there. Although that does appear to be a deer track. Deer might have come across and got in it, but I'll see. I'll find out more in a few minutes. That's insane. But I'm gonna throw some bait in this after I re-dig the channel for them to get into this pocket. Rebait and relure it. Get up here and rebed this. Don't know what happened yet. I have thrown a little new bait back in that pocket. I'm taking a wad of grass that I got over here. Added it right there for fencing, which left the trap location to be right here. So anything comes up here to check out that bait and the lure should approach with caution. There is traps, but I gotta get this. I gotta get up here and see what's going on with that. I honestly don't know what it was, but there's the trap. You can just see the oil slick coming out of that pocket area of the fish oil. Blue, purple, silver, green. Gotta get this thing looked at. I don't know what did that. It happened in the last just a little bit. There's dirt thrown in the dirt hole. Gotta get it reset. And my 1/8 cable, what I call the Fox zip line, it's all uncovered too. Something hit it. Don't know what. I'll get it redone. I do have brown hair. You see it here in the jaws of the trap, and short dark brown hair. Might have missed an otter, but hopefully y'all can see that. Dark brown hair in the trap jaws. I'll get it reset. Reworked the dirt hole, put a little fresh lure in it. I do have the trap bedded right back here. And I'm taking a little bit of the sand, humped it up as a, fencing just a little bit. But that whole slide wire right there has been uncovered since I came through here a while ago. I didn't step on it. I'm going to have to look at the footage when I start editing, or when me and Judah sit down to edit this, but don't know. Catch of the day, just a nice 2-year-old beaver. It's got a about 10.5-inch tail. Not a big beaver. And just a super nice big male silver possum. Big male silver possum. That's the extent of the catches for the day. Had some more action, but that's the only thing I held on to. See you tomorrow.